Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a new series I'm gonna call Content Slop. I don't have fancy editing, so you're not getting some content cop level entertainment out of me. But yeah, so here we are. I swear this isn't just a Scarlet Reaper video. I swear. The culprit of today's video happens to be none other than Cameron F305. Now, you might be wondering, right? I nut, content slop, the content slop. Why? Why are you talking about Cameron F305, right? He hasn't done anything to you. Well, that's where you're wrong, right? This man, right? He's the new content cop. He called out iDubbbz. Great video. Like, I won't even hold that against him, right? Like, I'm not gonna be a hater. That's a great video. His content deputy was pretty good. I really like those. All the stuff with iDubbbz, Ian, right, and his wife, his handler. Great content, right? So I'm not gonna hate on him for that. But it actually happens to be with him working with a good friend of ours, Scarlet Reaper. Now, just to start this off, right? We're just gonna kind of go down the line. So you might just be thinking, who is Scarlet Reaper? Well, me, the content slop, right? I'm here to educate you, right? So Scarlet Reaper was a small YouTuber. I think he had like around 1,000 subs before he deleted his account, had a mental breakdown, right, and all that. And we'll get more into that. But the reason I got involved with documenting this weird fella is he was a part of the Birdman community. Now, I've said it a few times within some of my videos. I'm a moderator for Birdman's Twitch chat, right? So typically when weirdos like him pop up that are within the community, I typically show them to him so he can react to them and kind of just get a ha ha out of it. Have his, at the time, I think when the Scarlet Reaper stuff first started, he was getting about 400 views on a stream, so his whole community could see how weird some of the other people in the community could be. And with that, I showed him all that, but what led to that downfall? What led to him being the freak that I wanted to show to Birdman, right? So during the whole Mr. T Lexify drama, Scarlet Reaper was there defending Mr. T Lexify. Mr. T Lexify was 19, dating a 16-year-old, had sexual interactions with said 16-year-old, kind of groomed her. She went and did the same thing when she was an adult, so I'm not going to say she's a good person either. She also is attracted to younger people, because when she was 20, I think she was dating like a 16 or 17-year-old, if I remember correctly. So that's just ironing that out real quick. But Scarlet Reaper built his whole image on, I think he exposed some stuff about the girl that just made her a terrible person too, like brought all that to light, so good on him. But then he kept defending Lex. So okay, now he has this identity behind him of, hey, I'm gonna defend predators. Well, all this happens, he starts coining the term reverse predator. Now, you might be wondering, what's a reverse predator? So a reverse predator to him is an underage girl that chases, adult men. Pretty crazy, right? Because the adult should be the one to ignore, block, whatever it takes, if there are minors like that. But he wants to blame the minors, right? So that kind of started all that. Well, good old first predator hunter, Scarlet Reaper, makes some content where he's harassing supposed reverse predators on VR chat, supposedly doxing them. I haven't seen the proof of that, so allegedly he was doxing them, but harassing them on the game, outing them to his Discord, whatever, just because he thought they were reverse predators. Again, underage girls chasing adults. Well, you kind of go forward. He interviews other way around, right? FPS Diesel interviews him. So this interview goes on, and Scarlet Reaper talks about how he had interactions with a minor on VR chat. And what happened was the girl lied about her age, saying she was 19, ended up being 16, and that she supposedly tried to have non-consensual ERP with him within VR chat. So he tried to say he got raped in VR chat. So pretty silly thing. I don't know. So all that comes out, and dude's labeled a freak. I show it to Birdman. Some of his DMs with another individual gets outed. It's about his feederism kink. It was really funny, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a funny kink. And here at Content Slop, you know, we kink shame, right? If your kink is about feeding women till they are morbidly obese and cannot move, we're making fun of you, right? But anyways, so all that comes out, and then our good friend Scarlet Reaper fakes his death, right? Goes on one of his alt accounts, PF Labs, saying that one of their co-founders had taken his own life. No, whenever this suicide came out, they're saying it, I instantly looked up, because knowing where he's from, I looked up obituaries, everything involving him. So, proved his quote-unquote suicide was a lie, whatever, everyone knew it was, because PF Labs was ran by him. Talked the exact same way he did, same spelling mistakes, XYZ. So, after that, the PF Labs account shut down on Twitter, and then we go on months later, months pass, right? This is September 2024. Now we roll into, well, PF Labs was like about December 2024. And then we roll into about January, February of this year. So he's now made a new Twitter account, Rev Pred Catcher. I've since taken the at and made it a meme page on Twitter, but that was him. He was defending a guy within the wrestling community who had predator allegations from many lanes within that community already, and he was aimlessly defending that guy. It got outed it was Scarlet Reaper because kind of same mannerisms, all that. And he's the kind of the only one that's coined the term reverse predator. I don't think any sane human uses that as a phrase. He was kind of the first person I think I've ever seen use it. So I mean, at least he created something with his weird existence. But he got bullied. He deactivated that. Whenever I learned about it, I went and made it a Twitter account, stealing the at, whatever. Right. So months pass, and then here we are in, May, June of this year, right? Kind of to now, a little bit, a couple weeks ago. We have Lunarine VT pop up. Now, Lunarine VT quickly got outed as Scarlet Reaper because there was multiple recordings of them talking without their voice changer on. Clearly Scarlet Reaper. So when all these connections get made, cool. Okay. Now, you might be wondering where's all this going? How's this tie in the Cameron F305? So, we now get up to Gus. Now, if you watch my past videos, we get to Gus Fring. Gus Fring joins Cameron's Discord, starts working with a moderator named Poogers within the Discord. And with that moderator, you saw it within my last video. If you haven't, pretty much, and I'll throw it up on screen, a lot of this stuff, as I'm saying, it should be thrown up on screen. If not, it's slop. We're sloppy here, right? So you're not getting the best fucking performance, but you're getting the information you need. Anyways, Poogers claims, oh hey, yeah, I'm working with this Gus guy, because he's helping us get people that are harassing Cam banned, which is pretty weird. In the moment, FPS Diesel was streaming, so I at him in his stream like, hey, DM me on Discord, I need to send you something. In that moment, Poogers banned me from Cameron F305's Discord. So, how's this? Again, this kind of how it ties in with Cameron F305. So, we progress, right? Lunarine comes out with a whole statement. Somehow, Scarlet Reaper's suicide never happened. Lunarine says that Scarlet Reaper is their friend. Denounces some of the things that Scarlet Reaper said, right? But it's all pointed at Lunarine is Scarlet Reaper. And it comes out, Lunarine then deactivates everything. Now, we get to now. So Lunarine deactivates everything. Well, I was in a Discord that I found with them, and the owner kicked me once, he let me back in, but the Lunarine account was still in it. Now, when all the deactivation happened, Scarlet here, we're just going to call him Scarlet now. No more Lunarine, we're just calling it Scarlet. When Scarlet deleted everything that was related to Lunarine, he didn't delete the Discord. He instead renamed it. But he renamed it before he left that Discord that I was also in. And someone else, right, that logged it for me, got a screenshot, which is thrown up on screen now, of Scarlet's now, his Discord name now. So, and then get to tonight, June 10th, or this morning, June 10th. It's pretty late. It's actually 1 a.m. as I'm recording this, because I'd rather not wait and wake up and record this. So, and now, I decide earlier, about a couple hours ago, I'm going to see if this username is in Cameron's Discord. And sure enough, it is. So it instantly links it to being Scarlet, right? And Scarlet on the Lunarine account, there's proof that they were DMing Poogers from the Lunarine account. So that's check number one. Two, the moment this account joined Cameron's Discord, they instantly say, "Hey, bestie," to Poogers. And it's like, okay, cool, I'm looking through it. And then I notice something. I interact with Scarlet on one of my accounts, because I have a few accounts on the server. TLDR, you're not going to find them. One of them is already kind of up the chain, so I don't think you're going to notice. It's kind of crazy how far you let me get up the chain, Cameron. Your Poogers is letting you down, for one. And two, y'all are just oblivious to it. Anyways, I digress on my undercover shenanigans. So, but I noticed something. So, Scarlet, I interact with him on my Apple Unut account because I was lazy with naming that alt and I wanted it to get noticed. The moment I interact with Scarlet, he replies to me, starts typing. I see it stop. Oh, he blocks me. Hey, 5 minutes later, Poogers bans me. Huh, that's crazy. And to top all this off, now we get to now, and I'm gonna throw up on screen. It's like Anissa's left toe or something like that, some shit. Poogers and Cameron in a call in the Discord. They're looking for worms. I got some alts in, like, up the chain. Y'all really gotta restructure your fucking mods, right? Because I shouldn't know what I know. But they're in there chatting because they're having a meltdown because I have alts in there. Because the one I wanted to get noticed got noticed finally. Because after talking about cheese, pasta, wanting to know Cameron's favorite cheese, which mine's pepper jack, by the way. I really like pepper jack. That's a really good cheese. Anyways, I digress. But they're on a call. So I've been trying to reach out to Cameron regarding this. He doesn't respond. His mod doesn't want to put me in contact with him, though. Instead, ban me whenever I try to talk to him about it. I had another person from the Birdman community join Cameron's Discord, DM the mod, asking why they're working with a known predator, that is Scarlet Reaper, and they instantly banned them instead of replying. So we have screenshots. I'll throw up some screenshots right here, and I'll link them because the op block posted them on Twitter after I linked them to him before, and I think Twitter's the easiest way to send things out anyways to show y'all. But it is clear-cut proof of Scarlet Reaper getting intimate with a minor and engaging in his feederism kink with said minor. Now, to note, the minor is a grown man posing as a minor. This happened after there were a few cases of this happening in Scarlet Reaper's original Discord back from September. One of the girls that was in the Discord, who was underage at the time, reached out to me when I made my original series on Scarlet and exposed a lot of this to me. So, again, I have the screenshots, as I said in the video. It is, Birdman Jr., the new Diddy, I think, where I scroll through them and I briefly go over them. I still have the screenshots, whatever, right? But the important ones got posted on Twitter by the Outblock, which kind of coins in that Scarlet Reaper has had predatory behavior, and Cameron Air 305 and his mod team, because we know they watch the Outblock, we know they watch Diesel, they are aware of this information, and they are still working with Scarlet Reaper. Now, to go forward with this, right? So, as I said, they were in a Discord call earlier. You're going to hear me clicking. I'm going to pull up the server real quick while I'm recording. But as of right now, they've been in a VC for about 40 minutes. They're looking for alts. They're scrubbing it because these guys are melting down because they think, one, that I'm a diesel shill or that I'm a part of the Outblock. Hey, I'm just fucking iNut. I'm the content slop, and I, again, just enjoy outing these weirdos. There's nothing I gain from this. I don't care about Diesel's and Cameron's beef. that I've seen going on. I don't care about Cameron's allegations that he has, because that has nothing to do with me. I don't have anything to back those up. However, right, me, the content slop, I have, again, fully documented it. I think there's 6 videos now, 7 maybe, of Scarlet Reaper information. And the fact that all that's out there, that FPS Diesel, even Birdman's reacted to it, which is pretty funny. FPS Diesel, Opblock, British Runner, they've all made videos about this guy, documenting it, a lot bigger than mine. And yet Cameron's still working with this guy. I don't know what else to say. I've tried reaching out to Cameron plenty of times on Twitter, specifically about, at the time, the Gus Fring account. I've added him, I've replied to all his tweets, ones that didn't get a lot of replies to make sure that he would see it. I've had people like my tweets, so it's not like he hasn't seen it. I've tried adding him on Discord for my Discord iNut, still hasn't accepted. I added him on my alt account, Apple UNut, nothing. So, yeah, that's really all I got. You know, this is meant to be this isn't really meant to be a recap of Scarlet Reaper, even though that's kind of what it became. But it is to point out that he is working with a known predator, right? Known predator, weirdo, like, I don't know what else to say. The dude harasses underage women, and we have, like, screenshots of him interacting with minors inappropriately. And when I say inappropriately, I mean sexually. I'm not pulling Dr. Disrespect stuff where he says inappropriate interactions with a minor and that it's not sexual, it was just inappropriate, like, haha, dick ball jokes. No, this is him saying I love you. This is him, again, acting on his feederism kink with her, and all that. So, and he acknowledges her age. There's a part of it. I'm not going to get into it again. But overall point, Cameron, I would love to talk to you. Yeah. So, last things for me, Cameron, I'd love to talk to you. I've been trying to talk to you to discuss this. I'm not a fucking clout chaser, dude. I got 66 fucking subscribers on YouTube, and I would much rather make gaming content. However, I feel like it is my job as the content slop to continue to document what's going on with Scarlet Reaper and your overall interactions with him. I don't have your DMs with him, but we have ample proof that Poogers was interacting with the Lunarine account, the Gus account, all while I was explaining to them what the lore of Scarlet Reaper. They were DMing Gus at the time before the whole Lunarine thing happened, before they started talking to them. Poogers was talking to Gus and probably vetting what I was telling them. So Poogers are probably gonna be like, oh yeah, no, that's not them. And there's screenshots of that. There's proof, whatever, right? So yeah, Cameron, as I said, I would like to chat. I'd like to clear this up. Again, I think you made some good videos, man. They're entertaining. My 66 subscriber ass has nothing to gain from this. Because I made a Splitgate video that made 838 views versus my last Scarlet Reaper videos made less than a quarter of that combined. So I gain probably nothing from this. This probably isn't going to get a lot of views. But the overall point is, again, you're working with someone that we know is a freak. Okay? So that's all I got. If you guys want the Cameron interview to happen or whatever, or you want him to talk to me, just fucking like this video, comment, add him on Twitter. I'm not gonna fucking record it if he doesn't want me to. I'm not gonna upload it. I don't care what clout or hate I get from this. I just want to have a discussion with the man and figure out why he's still working with Scarlet Reaper. Hopefully I've provided enough proof to y'all that this person is who it is. So anyways, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Fucking, again, at Cameron, get him on here. Fucking Cameron X iNut ERP session. That's it though. Content slop.